And good morning guys, here from Oranjestad in Aruba. I just want to show you where I'm staying. So this is my room here in Aruba. I pay around about $60 a night, $61 a night. And you can see unusually it's got two double beds, so lots of space of course for me to utilize. And just want to show you this. So they actually use the US style plugs or power sockets there, and unusually here I've got a CD player, so you can see there, pop in a CD, some nice candles as well, TV, and the bathroom over here, the shower here as well, and last but not least you've got a fridge and a microwave, a nice little table here, and cutlery, etc. This is very good value for money, I think. So Aruba has a reputation for being an expensive place, so I'm very happy with the price I'm paying. And the plan today, guys, is just to walk a little bit around some of the neighborhoods here in Aruba, just to see how other people live in the city, how the locals live, and what it's like to sort of walk around in a Caribbean neighborhood, because obviously Aruba is part of the Dutch Caribbean. Guys, I just want to show you some of the stuff that I've been having as food here. So in another vlog we'll be exploring how much things cost in Aruba, so watch out for that one. But just to give you a bit of a flavor of what it's like to travel on your own, and obviously the tap water here in Aruba is very good, so I used an old cool drink or vitamin drink bottle that I could find to put in some tap water. I bought a health bread of some sort, so natural bread, 9.98 Aruban florin. The currency here is the Aruban florin, but US dollar is also widely accepted, which is why I said earlier I pay about $61 per night. That's US dollars. And obviously if you want to get to pound sterling, 1 Aruban florin is approximately 45 pennies, so you roughly divide by 2 to get the UK price. And this is another budget traveler tip: cans of fish, just for that extra bit of protein when you need it. And of course over here as well, some cappuccinos and lattes that I brought from the UK. And actually here at the place I'm staying, they've also got some bits here, so some teas, and unusually maybe a mayo and some mustard, but obviously also teas and coffees there. So many places you'll stay around the world will offer these complimentary things, so, but I don't think I've ever seen mustard and mayo. I also froze some bottles of water, and trust me, in this weather they will melt very quickly, but it's essential to keep the hydration levels up. And of course take the suntan lotion. So another scorcher of a day here in Oranjestad, about 30 degrees Celsius, as it is all year round. Right, here we go. Here's the outside area. If you're a smoker, there's a lighter and some matches. I just need to lock my door. Just to show you a little bit more of the place I'm staying. So it's a guest house, and I've got a lovely pool area at the back, and I'm staying maybe 20 minutes walk or so from the town centre, which is not too far, but I'm sure the closer you get to the town centre, the more you'll pay for your accommodation. And make today awesome. That is absolutely what I'm planning to do. And here's the pool area with a donut on the swimming pool and some hammocks. And you've even got a braai area here, a barbecue area with some wood that you can use, and outside spaces for kettles, and look at all those spices and things you can use, and some trinkets as well. So lovely stay here at this guest house. And one of the things you'll notice as we walk is the flora, the plants. So despite being in the Caribbean, Aruba is actually quite dry. It's got a very dry climate. So as you can see here, for example, so lots of cacti and aloe vera that you'll see as well. And here we go, just a quick look at some of the streets and some of the houses. We'll see a lot more of them in due course, but this is a typical Aruban neighborhood, or a Dutch Caribbean neighborhood. And Aruba is one of the safer Caribbean islands as well. That's what I've been told. So not a lot of crime. And first impressions is that actually it makes me feel like I'm in Lambert's Bay, in a way, in South Africa. The same style of houses. Maybe that's because of the Dutch influence in some of the architecture, but also the way of life. You saw the braai area, or the barbecue area outside. I wonder if that is somehow connected to the Dutch. I mean, typically like this, you know, a garden with some of the pots and plants, that's very South African as well, in a way. Yeah, one thing you'll definitely notice is the wind. So Oranjestad and Aruba in general have got a lot of wind. Yeah, so it blows constantly and consistently. Right, and here we've got a Katarina Mall with a security place and a fancy faces salon. And hello sir, how are you? Good. And as you can see, they drive on the right hand side of a road here in Aruba. So just like the Dutch do. And look at that, Arends. Arends is a Dutch surname, also a South African Afrikaans surname. Yeah, there you go, Katarina Mall. And Protec. And over here we've got a church building. And again, here you can see the dry climate. You get vegetation like this, plants like that. I'm going to quickly check out this church. Scamper over quickly. Iglesia de Jesucristo. Yeah, I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Here we go. Right, yeah, so just more of this church, but from the other side. And it looks like some people are playing sport over there. Some volleyball. Yes, indeed. And a huge satellite dish here. Aruba, I mentioned, very safe, but obviously you still see some gated houses over here, and then you get some non-gated ones as well. So definitely get the impression that it's relatively safe. Protec mechanical contracting, so maybe some of an industrial footprint here as well in this part of town. Yes, a school, so maybe a school. over there. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of white cars and grey cars and black cars here in Aruba. And I'm actually surprised at the number of black cars because of the heat. And I can imagine it's not the coolest experience sitting in one of these when it's hot. But yeah, check out this fitness, this gym. Wow. Hardcore fitness. Yes, and they keep the door open, I guess, for a bit of ventilation in this heat. Beauty salon. And yeah, we're about 20 minutes walk or so away from the town centre, so this is very much, I guess, where locals hang out and come and do their shopping where they live. And where they buy their lottery tickets. And where they buy, I guess, some food. Hello, hi. And yeah, it looks like we've got some pies or something. Hello sir, how are you? Is camera okay? Okay. For YouTube? Yes, thank you. What pies have you got?
Okay, this is traditional food of Aruba. The name is pastiche.
Pastiche, this one, yes. What is inside? Do you know?
The flour is half a pizza, cheese, ham and cheese, beef and chicken.
Oh wow! So which one would you recommend?
Normally the American give it beef.
The beef one and stuff, yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll try the beef. Can I pay with card though? Or just cash? Ah, okay. Okay, that's too bad. Because I've only got card. But yeah, okay, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I guess if you want to pay for the local stuff here, you have to pay cash. So I've only got a $50 bill on me, but I like paying with card in general anyway. So the $50 is very much for an emergency, but I guess there's a lesson. If you want to explore Aruba off the beaten track, bring some cash. Yeah, there's a guy trying to make a statement, I guess. So, yeah, hey, hello. I mean, this will give you another idea of how dry the climate is. Yeah. Lots of cactus and aloe vera plants. Here's some more shops here. Nature's Discount. And I think, is that an antenna? Anyway, a useful reference point for me here in Oranjestad. There's another tip: if you explore cities, try and pick out landmarks close to your accommodation, etc., so you don't get lost. Because you know, my map reading skills aren't the best, as was the case in Armenia. And here's a little shortcut through to McDonald's. So there are lots of American fast food places, including McDonald's, of course. So lots of Americans who come here to Aruba for vacation, and that is obviously related to the fact that Aruba is not far from the United States at all. And as you would have seen from the beach vlog, all the American planes coming to land. Oh wow, here's a truck for sale. It's seen better days, I'm sure. Maybe there's still a bit of mileage in this old workhorse. Yeah, and some more cactus plants, and another sort of mini shopping center. So it looks like they are also quite prominent in various parts as you walk down to the downtown. So downtown, straight ahead, you've got the harbour area, and then the airport called Reina Beatrix. Going left here. Right, just crossed the road, guys. So there's the McDonald's and the petrol station. Let's walk a little bit down here, see what it looks like. So this is very much an authentic Caribbean experience. Yeah, another place of worship, I think, with some texts over there. And again, more local houses. And lots of coffee for sale and advertisements here in Aruba. So the hot climate is not putting people off from drinking coffee. And yeah, lots of aircon, of course, essential to survival in this part of the world. Here you can see Oranjestad, Aruba. And yeah, lots of barber shops as well that I've seen here in the neighbourhoods. Amsterdam Aruba, what is that? Is that a nightclub? I don't know. Maybe only South Africans will get what I say next, but if you look at the plants and the trees, I'm not even sure if that is a divi tree, the famous tree here in Aruba, but it looks very similar to the camel thorn trees you get in the Northern Cape of South Africa. So it feels a little bit like I'm walking in the Northern Cape. And what a contrast to the white, pristine beaches of downtown Oranjestad, so which got a bit of a Western Cape feel to it. So it definitely has a mix of a Northern and Western Cape. Yeah, just walking a bit in the shade as well. And very colourful building here. I think this is a school. Yeah, just another coffee house, coffee to go. So the hot weather does not put people off from enjoying their caffeinated beverages. Another restaurant here. And wow, how clever is this? This actually looks very nice. Old wheelbarrows that they're using to grow plants in. Quite nice. Yeah, and lots of open spaces of land here as well. In some parts, vacant land. So Aruba is the smallest of the three ABC islands, so of Aruba, Bonaire and Curacao. Now the smallest in geographic area, that is. It's got the second most people after Curacao. But yeah, you still get a lot of open space in parts, and my understanding as well is because of the harsh weather conditions in the north of the island and the northern coastline, there's hardly any people. I don't want to sort of say and guess how many people there are, but yeah, the north of the island is very sparsely populated, the north and the east. But also here in Oranjestad you get the odd bit of vacant land. So Van Leeuwenhoekstraat, is that a reference to the scientist with the microscope? Yeah, Antoni van Leeuwenhoek, I think was his name. First person to look at bacteria through a microscope. And yeah, just looking back there as well. You got Burger King at the back, and you've got KFC here as well. And a very big truck. This is a nice house with potted plants and lions. And the orange and blue, maybe that's to do with the Dutch heritage of the island. Although here it looks kind of pink, doesn't it? Yeah, lots of color here. Happy feet. Ah, you gotta love this. As an Afrikaans speaker, I completely understand you. Huiswerkbegeleiding. Huiswerkbegeleiding and byles. So, in many ways, I do feel strangely at home. Like I say, it doesn't feel that different to South Africa. Certainly some of the architecture, the houses. One of the things that's different is obviously they drive on the other side of the road. But if I were to look at photos, for example, that someone took of this particular trip, I would probably guess, or I'd probably reckon South Africa could be a candidate for some of the footage. Yeah, so just walking down here to the, well, in this case the harbour area, straight downtown is left. Yeah, hoogspanning lewensgevaar, your life is in danger. No, I don't think so. I feel pretty safe walking around here. And the only thing I'm struggling with really is the weather. And in fact my camera, and my camera never does this, but it's now switched off 3 times with a message, it's too hot. So, and well, that's unusual. They got the street name and then they also have the, I guess, date of birth and the date of death there as well on the street sign. So yeah, you might ask yourself, why am I walking here? Why am I putting this part of Aruba on YouTube? Well, it's there to show you that every island, every place you visit has a different side to it. It's not just the bits you see in the glossy magazines or in tourist brochures. There's a different side to every place you visit, and this is where the locals live and hang out and go about their day-to-day business. Yeah, t-shirt printing shop there. So yeah, to really appreciate a place, to experience a place, you need to go where the locals go, and sometimes to get an idea of their way of life in a city is very important. Crossing here, and you've got Professor Lorenz Straat. So Lorenz, a famous economist, of course. So the Lorenz curve, and you can calculate the Gini coefficient. So I actually wonder what the economic inequality is here in Aruba. I guess obviously there's a lot of wealth in certain parts, as we'll see in another vlog, you know, with the la-di-da areas, the town center. There's a lot of fancy shops, the Louis Vuittons, Kurt Geigers of the world, and then obviously you have a local shops and local experiences to be had away from the la-di-da sections. And yeah, I mentioned Aruba does not get a lot of rain. It sits below the hurricane belt, but it is hurricane season, so you do get the odd bit of cloud covering the sky. Oh wow. wow, those are beautiful flowers. And over there as well, so quite a mix of flowers actually. Yeah, this is a very South African style house as well, with a security gates and the driveway. Yeah, obviously there's some island-esque plants here. Are these mangoes? I don't know, they look like mangoes. So mangoes and coconuts, I think, over there. So definitely feel like I'm walking in an island. Yeah, just very nice, very interesting neighborhood to walk around. Lots of color as well. Lots of color and a real mix of vegetation and plants. A real island feel to it. Yeah, lots of cars, not a lot of people on the street. So I suppose a lot of people prefer to drive in this weather. It's only tourists like myself and a few others that are really trying their luck with the heat. Yeah. So come and try shop. And yeah, well, look at this house here. Lots of plants. Plants have taken over the architecture. That's very interesting. Yeah. I guess someone who really values nature. People really like their potted plants as well. I've seen a lot of these cactus and aloe vera plants so far. And yeah, that's unusual as well. There's a street sign or street name, but on one of the houses, Professor Oranjestad. And you can also see some of the house numbers. They've got the Spanish style tiles. So obviously Venezuela is less than 30 kilometers away from here, so there's a very big Venezuelan influence at least. And right guys, I think now decision to be made. Do we continue down there or shall we just go down here? And yeah, there's a supermarket, Win Lee. So I've noticed a lot of Chinese and Indian businesses here in Oranjestad. So Oranjestad, of course, also known to be a very cosmopolitan place. Lots of nationalities call Aruba their home. And you'll definitely see that in the supermarkets and the clothes shops and other businesses around the town. Again, the potted plants. Sometimes that gives away the vegetation of a country, doesn't it? Very dry climate. I for one am actually quite pleased that it's a little bit cloudy today. Oh wow, look at that. They don't have a dog or a cat, but they've got chickens. Hello chicken. In this house. Oh yeah, we've got some cats. Hello kitty. How are you? Yeah, I want to lie down as well in the weather like this. But hey, I've got a vlog to finish, so we'll continue walking. And yeah, I was going to say, actually it is a little bit cloudy, but I'm quite pleased about it because it is quite hot and not easy to vlog. And yeah, another residential street here. And the downtown area there, I think you could start seeing some of the Dutch colonial architecture at the back. So we're not far from the downtown, but it just looks so different here in the residential parts. So I'll repeat what I said earlier, to really get to know a place, you don't just go to the touristy bits, you have to go to where the locals live and hang out. Not just to get an idea of how other people live, but also to put things in perspective and things in context. So it's not all glamorous and not all la-di-da. King of Glory Gospel Explosion 2023. So another church, place of worship. Just passing here, thank you. Yeah, pretty old house there. Look at that, Happy Life Laundry. Refrescura Mayor. I think that's Papiamento. Yeah, Golden Walk. More Asian influence here on the island. Yeah, check that out, all those beer bottles there. Someone had a nice party. And I guess I also have a sense now for the layout of some of the houses. So that's clearly a fireplace. So in a way very similar to South Africa, because in South Africa obviously you've got the braai areas as well. So maybe there's a bit of a similarity there. Yeah, Refresquera Mayor. Breakfast and desayuno, is that Papiamento, I think, for breakfast, and almuerzo for lunch. Yeah, another supermarket, Feng Da. Check that guy, he's having a good time with his beer. Create your moment, which I guess is what that guy's doing. Gosh, for a moment I thought this was painted, but it's not. Painted in the wall, it's actually a wooden door. And yeah, there you can start seeing the Dutch colonial architecture, which kind of signals the start of a downtown. And is that another place of worship? Fuente de Salvación? I think so. And we also have some graffiti over here. Street art. R Block Aruba. And yeah, gosh, that's not nice to see. I guess I'll skip that part and continue walking back here. So I guess my impressions are that it's remarkable how different the downtown looks from residential areas. I also notice a lot of foreign shops, or Indian and Chinese shops, people who now call Aruba their home. And I noticed a lot of cactus and plants and flora that you'll associate with dry areas, which Aruba undoubtedly is. And I've also noticed a lot of places of worship here in Oranjestad. Oh wow, that's unusual. Look at that. Is that a basketball net there? I think so. And I've also noticed a real mix of colors in the city. Yeah, sure, some derelict buildings, but we definitely do like color here as well in Oranjestad. And Aruba Trading Company. Bundesrepublik Deutschland. So is that the German consulate? Looks like it. And pretty woman clothing and some more street art here. Hey guys, what do you think of Oranjestad off a beaten track? Let me know in the comments. Love to hear your views. Yeah, here's another street art with a message of maybe giving something. What are they? Eggs, olives? Looks like a yolk, but it's a green shell. And Alankar. A few other shops and stores here. Here's the tram line that says we are now in the town center, the downtown area. And yeah, look at that. An iconic building here in Oranjestad. This pastel pink Dutch colonial building. And a few more over there as well. So I think now's a good time to end the vlog as well, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't done it yet, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching my videos, and I'll see you again soon.